Merry Christmas, guys. Sorry for not posting videos for so long, I was just a bit busy. So, not gonna hold you on, let's keep going. Remember all the way back when you were smaller, when mobile video games were actually fun. They were without that huge monetization. Early mobile games were simple, and that was their point. Because games like Pixel Gun 3D, Angry Birds, Jetpack Joyride, Subway Surfers, they respected your time. You could have played for 5 minutes or for an hour, nothing would punish you for leaving it. If you closed the game, it didn't feel like you were abandoning something important. Sadly, this way of really ugly monetization became part of the design of nearly every single game. Every pause is intentional. Every stop is an opportunity to remind you that there's a faster way forward if you're willing to watch something or spend something. Instead of difficulty coming from the game itself, friction is added around it. You don't lose because you made a mistake. You lost momentum because the game decides it's time to interrupt you. And more of this is happening. Less game feels like a space you can settle into. You're constantly being pulled out of experience, even for a few seconds at a time. At first, those interruptions feel small, almost ignorable, but they stack slowly, after ad, after an ad, after an ad. They teach you a habit. Don't relax. Don't focus too much, because if the game isn't going to let you stay here for long anyway, because you're going to have to watch that 2-minute ad. That's when playing starts to feel fragmented. You're no longer immersed in the level or match. You're moving slowly between gameplay and interruptions, gameplay and offers, gameplay, reminders, gameplays and ads. The flowing never fully forms. And when a game can't maintain this flow, it loses something essential. Not a challenge, no content, but presence. All the mobile games let you exist inside of them for a moment. New ones constantly remind you that you are inside of a system, one that was actually designed to make you watch ads infinitely and make the company earn a lot of money. And the thing is that developers didn't suddenly become greedy or careless. It's that mobile space that changed. Success started to be measured differently. Games were no longer judged by how memorable they were, but by how long they can hold on to your attention, and by how effectively they could turn their attention into their own revenue. That shift quietly reshaped design priorities. Fun became something that had to coexist with monetization instead of leading it, and when those two goals conflicted, fun usually always came second. Over time, this trained both developers and the players into the new habits. Developers learn to design around engagement metrics. Players learn to expect interruptions like ads, what once felt intrusive, slowly became into a normal everyday thing. And that normalization is what makes the change hard to notice, because nothing feels dramatically wrong. The game still works. They still look good. They still have content, but the experience feels thinner, more mechanical, less personal. You're not being invited into a world. You're being managed inside a system. That's why so many people's and mobile games feel empty now, even when they're packed with features. The structure itself creates distance. Every ad, every pop-up, every offer reminds you that a game is constantly negotiating with you. And once you notice that, it's difficult to relax inside. This is also why nostalgia hits mobile games so hard. Those older games weren't perfect, but they were honest. They didn't hide what they were doing. If they asked you for money, it was clear. If they showed you an ad, it was brief, and you could even skip some of them. And when you played, the game mostly stayed out of your way. That fitted perfectly into your life instead of demanding to reshape it. You remember them not because you were just young, but because they let you play without pressure. They didn't ask you for commitment. They didn't track your absence. They didn't punish you for walking away. They trusted you to come back. Mobile games didn't disappear, and they didn't suddenly become worse overnight. They evolved in a direction that prioritized systems over experience, metrics over moments, and whilst evolution made them more profitable, It's also made them harder to love. But that doesn't mean things can't change again. Good mobile games are still possible. Games that respect time, minimize interruptions, and let you have fun led instead of monetization. Games that don't constantly remind you of what you're not doing or what you haven't bought. Recognizing what lost isn't just clinging to the past. It's about understanding what made those experiences meaningful in the first place. Because when games stop trying to manage you and simply let you play, something very simple and very rare happens. It becomes fun again.